In this video, we're going to be looking at the difference of two squares. So this is often a term that people hear about, but they're not really too sure what it means. So to be honest, the title kind of gives it away. It involves the difference, which is often a subtraction, of two square values. So we're going to look into that in a minute. Before anything, there's a certain concept that we're going to use a lot here. So we're going to look at how to do that one first. Now this double bracket expansion, we've all seen before. It's exactly the same expression in the brackets, but one is a positive version and one is a negative version. Now let's see what happens when we expand that out. So x times x is x squared. X times minus 5 is going to be minus 5x. 5 multiplied by x is going to be a plus 5x. And then finally, positive 5 times by a negative 5 is going to be minus 25. Now you notice when it comes to simplifying these middle terms, they will actually cancel each other out. And so you're left with x squared minus 25. And this is the difference of two squares. Now, most of the time, when you have a difference of two squares questions, you have to do it the other way. So I just wanted to show you this first so that you understood the process that we're going to be going through. So you're going to be getting questions like these, and you have to factorize them into double brackets. So we learned that we want ultimately the square root of both of these in two brackets, but one of them will be negative and one of them will be positive. So we know that an x has to go in here and a 9, because 9 times 9 makes the 81. However, notice there are no x terms, and the reason for that is because we've got one positive and one negative, just like that. So if we skim back to our last question, you can see that the 5 is the square root of the 25 here, and the x is kind of like the square root of the x squared value. So that's how they came about. And that is the first question complete. Second one. Again, these are both square numbers still, even though we've got a coefficient on the y squared term. So the square root of 16 we know is 4. And then we've got the y squared with it, so that will be 4y, because 4y times 4y makes 16y squared. And 144, the square root of that is 12. And again, 1 plus, 1 minus will cancel out that middle term. And that's our final answer. This one is a little bit harder. Notice how these aren't square numbers. However, you look for a general factorization because we can take 2 out of these. That's going to leave us with x squared minus 25. Now you can see we've got two square values with a negative in the middle. That means we can do our difference of two squares factorization. So 2 bracket, then we're going to have an x there, and the square root of 25 is 5, plus and minus, and that is our final answer. So hopefully that makes sense. Thank you very much for watching.